to the channel. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Today we're doing technical analysis on another stock, and the objective here is to get you guys information about the stock so you can make that better decision for yourself whether you should be getting into this position or not. Before I get into the technical analysis, if you guys are new to the channel, please do subscribe to the channel. I do make videos every day on different stocks, and the objective here is to get you guys information that maybe sometime been overlooked, or more granular level details so you guys can make better decision if you're getting into a position. All right, let's get right into it. So the company we're talking about is Palantir. It's a technology company, provide different data solutions for the businesses. So the company, it's relatively a big company. It's 24. The market cap for the company is 24 billion. They do an average 50 million shares. Their shares are traded on an average about 50 million shares every day. Today they did 74 million, and PE ratio is not available yet, which is your bang for your buck. How much is the stock worth? And they haven't released their earnings yet. Their earnings release date is May 9th, which actually is the date to remember, because when they do release the earnings, it could either hit it could skyrocket the stock, or it could just, bring it to the ground. Okay. As far as the institutional banks, how much they're holding on 33%. This is a conservative number. Because I think they're also waiting for the EPS, earnings per share, to determine the PE ratio. So right now, I think they're also sort of watching this stock and see where we are. And this institutional banks are the big companies like Morgan Stanley, Vanguard, JP Morgan Chase, State Street, all these big companies. All right. So let's talk about the chart. Okay. So where we are with that chart, and where could we go from here? Okay. So right now, the stock actually did hit the floor, $9.77. And that's the floor that you had when the stock was launched. And let me go to a daily chart for a quick minute, and I will show you guys when it loads up that when the stock did launch in 2020, the stock was at $9. This was a support, $9.52. It shows right here, and this was back in 2020 October. Stock took off, went to $45 and came back down, and this is your next support at this point. And then after that, it broke that support on November 29, 2021. It went down to, and it hit that original support that the day it launched. Okay, so let's look at the 30-minute chart at the current price and see where we are now and where can we potentially go from here. Okay, so I'm going to add a couple of indicators on there, and when the stock loads up. So for example, I do have RSI, relative strength index, added to it. And let me also add the moving averages and see where the moving averages are and where do we go from there. So I added 20 periods, 50 periods, and 200 periods. This periods are nothing but candles. And from the moving averages standpoint, looks like the long-term 200 period moving average is going down. So right now the moving average for 200 periods is last 200 candles. The moving average is about $12.51. So stock is practically true to its value right now. Okay. So RSI, let me add the RSI real quick here. RSI is a relative strength index, which shows how strong the stock right now. Anything below 30, it's sort of stock is dipping and is going to the floor, which means that people are selling it. Anything above 70, it means that people are buying it a lot. So let me give you an example. For example, if you see right here, it went for a slight moment, it went above 70, and you can see the stock price rise at, it was $13.28, and then it went down. And went down again, and then when it went down to below 30, your stock is $11.30. Right now, it's at 50. Right now, it's at 58. Anything above 50 is an indicator that the potentially stock can go to the upward direction, but that's never guaranteed. What you got to match that with is a MACD. MACD is your moving averages, conversion or diversion. The brown line for me is MACD. Anything MACD is below the signal line, which means the stock is trending down. However, you see a green candle here, but the green candle is still lower than your 1218. Even though this is green, but it's still lower than the 1218 that it was there before. So what the best indicator what I use is that when MACD, this brown line, is crossing the signal line, is going up, your RSI is going up, that's a good indicator the stock price is going to rise from that point on. But it's not something that you could just leave it in. You could just leave it and forget it, right? So you still have to watch it. If you're going long on it, then I would mix it up with the moving averages and see if the moving averages for 200 periods is going up. If 200 periods is going up for a long position, MACD is heading up, RSI is heading up, you could get into that position. And then you could also see the supportive resistance where we are with that, right? So if it crosses this this resistance right here at $12.08, the next resistance is $12.77. If it does cross that, the next would be $14.11. And if it happens to cross that, then your stock is going to go up to $45. Okay, so May 9th, I think they're releasing their earnings per share. So right now, I think this is, I wouldn't, get a lot of stocks of this. I mean, if you want to be safe, the stock is cheap right now. It's $11.29. I would get a couple of shares, and watch out for May 9th. Either you could hit your stop losses to 5%, 6%. But I think it does worth a chance to take a chance on a few stocks on this company because May 9th is around the corner, and I could potentially see this stock because it's already hit the rock bottom, so it's not going to go down to 9. I think it's only moving up from here. But again, it could fluctuate between 1040 and then 1187 very well. But again, I think this is definitely worth a look. And if you guys are in the stock market right now, because it is crashing and everything is on discounted price, I would definitely consider some of the shares of this stock as well. That was my video for today. If you guys liked it, please do give us a thumbs up. And if, I'll be making more videos on different stocks. Thank you.